So guys, Loki update, Camaro update. You're noticing right about now she's looking a little tooted. That's because it is missing about 500 to 800 pounds of engine in the front. Yeah, so long story short, and getting it dialed in, I mean, guys, we got a lot of catching up to do on the Camaro, but we'll go over that here in a little bit on the way over to the shop. It is what it is. I mean, Loki is the Lord of Mischief, so you just got to get used to it. It's just what's going to happen for now. So poor girl's just sitting up here in the yard all tooted out. But let's go over to the moist ram, and we'll start today's video off with a nice little cold start. I have no clue if the cutout's open or not. Most likely isn't. So here we go.
Please! Jesus Christ.
Interior is looking a little dirty. Exterior is looking a little dirty. But we have an appointment set up with Dr. Suds to get this thing back on track and looking like it normally does, nice and clean. So today we're going to be working on the headliner for the Ram 1500. I don't know if you saw my video where I talked about whether or not the Ram 1500 is reliable. And in that video, I kind of pointed that leak out in the back corner there. But because of the flooding that we just recently had, I actually almost lost this truck in my storage unit. I'll show you a clip right now.
Yep, that's me.
And yeah, so I almost lost the truck. I did get it out of the unit before the water got higher, but the water did rise higher. But yeah, so today's video is because of all the rain, we're going to be pulling the headliner down. We're going to be figuring out why we're getting water inside the cab of this truck. As of now, that's the only corner it's leaking, but it does kind of smell like mildew in here. So anyway, I'm going to get back out of the driveway here. We're going to get on the road, and I'm going to explain what is going on with Loki and what the plans are and everything like that. And then we'll get over to the shop. We'll start pulling this headliner down and start trying to figure out where we are leaking from. In today's video, I want to take care of that, and I want to take care of the third brake light. So Loki, let's get into the subject on Loki. Loki is my LS swap third gen Camaro. For those of y'all who aren't familiar with it, there are a couple videos on the channel already of the LS swap third gen. And I named the car Loki. Loki has been
new text message from +17139292980.
Stop. Just don't. Just shh. Yes, Loki is my third gen LS swap Camaro. I bought Loki probably about 4 years ago, back when I really shouldn't be adding another project to my list. But I bought Loki, and I got them dirt cheap, guys. So I'm in the process of fixing Loki up, but it's not going to be a restoration project. So anyway, Loki's going to be pretty much a street strip car. I want him to be drivable, but I also want him to be catered to run on the track. So that's where we're going with Loki. Now, in the process of getting all the other little stuff kind of lined out with it, I ended up finding out the transmission was on its way out and that the engine was on its way out. Now, I didn't tell y'all because I wanted to get the most out of the motor I had in the car, but one thing led to another, and the oil pump failed on me a lot earlier than what, I believe it was the oil pump, but it ended up eating up the mains and rod bearings on the car. So the engine is out now. It's at Gilpin Machine there in Corpus Christi. They're going to go through everything. They're going to let me know what my tolerances look like on everything, and we're going to go from there. So we know now that the LS that was put in a third gen Camaro, because I bought it was already LS swap. Somebody just kind of tossed a motor in there, but come to find out, it was actually a fairly healthy motor. The block is an iron block, a 5.3 iron block. I know more or less what I'm going to do with the lower end. I have a set of pistons in mind for it. We'll get into that, I guess, probably in a later video. But yeah, the Camaro is going to be down for a while, which I'm sure y'all will be fine with because y'all aren't used to seeing the Camaro a whole lot on the channel. It's kind of a side project. Once I get it to where it's more filmable, more fun to play with, then we'll start doing some more videos of that. But for now, I know y'all like the Mopar content, so we're going to stick with the Mopar content. As far as the Ram goes, plans for the Ram. The old 5.7 Hemi slammed Ram. The 5.7 Hemi slammed,
possibly cammed
Ram. We definitely got with Demon Motorsports. If you want, link down below. You can go check out their stuff, their Facebook page. Anyway, and we have a cam kit on the way now, but due to the EPA stuff and a bunch of other things that are kind of spinning off of all of that, plus the economy right now. Performance parts are getting harder and harder to get, guys, especially for gasoline vehicles. I mean, they're all, you know, the nationwide goal is to go full electric by, I think it's 2035. Like, no dealership will be selling gasoline vehicles, which is insane if you ask me. You know, especially for hobbyists like me, this is my passion here. You know, I love the sound of driving this truck. There's nothing else electric that's gonna make a noise like this truck makes. But we have a cam on the way. It is taking time. I know I've posted about it on Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram and TikTok, and like all of y'all know, I have plans for it. But the supporting parts to put that cam in is what's taking so long. I just need them to come in, guys. So if you could please, if any of you guys out there are watching that are shipping my cam parts from all the sources that Demon Motorsports source through, please just hop on the old bandwagon there and get my parts sent out, you know? I'm just kidding. I know it's not y'all's fault. I know it's regulated by y'all's distributors. But yes, we are putting a cam in this truck, hopefully this year, hopefully within the next couple of months. And we're gonna run it at the track again. I am about 99.9% sure this truck in its current state will run a low 13. Oh, I totally forgot that during the flood, that gate messed up. So we gotta go to the other gate. I messed up on that one. I said in its current state though, if I prep it up for the track, I'm 110% sure I can get into the 12s. I don't know how deep into the 12s, but I know we got a 12-second truck on our hands. I would love to be able to get to the track. Sorry about that. Don't look at my coat. Don't look at my coat, bro. I would like to get to the track ASAP and get a good number for this truck, prep for the track, and see what she'll do on the track. Prior to getting the cam. Now, for those of y'all that are just seeing this truck for the first time, this is my 2017 Ram 1500. It has got quite a few bolt-ons. I'm planning on making some more videos, more rapid videos and stuff. So instead of uploading every month, maybe bi-monthly, I was uploading every week there for a while I was working. It was very strenuous, and I have a lot of stuff going on, especially with working a full-time job. So we're gonna try bi-monthly video uploads, and I'm gonna try to give you guys the content. I have a lot of stuff on my mind that I've been dabbling with and thinking about doing, and I think we're gonna pull the trigger, guys. So if you really like the, you know, you really like the content, or you like the truck, or you like anything, you know, I showed you where the merch is. Go check out the merch. Show you what all we got. Merch website will be updated all the time. And give this video a like, a follow, and subscribe, guys. Subscribe, because I have more content that's going to be coming y'all's way really soon. All that stuff out of the way, let's get the shop opened up. Let's get into today's video, and let's see what, you know, transpires on from there. This is going to be pretty interesting to find out, because damn. Yeah, so as I was telling you guys, I'm almost 100% sure the leak is coming from this. For some reason, this is pulled up. I never did that, so I don't know why it's so pulled up, but I want to get in here and I want to unbolt it, and I want to actually put some sealant on it. I don't have the typical third brake light leak, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull that, probably silicone that as well. We're most likely gonna have to pull that plastic off right there. We're most likely gonna have to pull that plastic off there, and maybe this one. Also, those visors, looks like door seals are coming for sure in the back. And I don't have to pull this all the way out, but I definitely need to get the back down so I can get to this back corner here. See what I'm talking about? All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and grab the keys. We'll get the shop opened up. Whoop. Yeah, so this guy here had some flooding, so he's got his stuff all pulled out, and that looks like real silver if you ask me. I'm not sure. What do you guys think in the comments? That looks like something I would see in Aladdin. I'm not sure what it is, but we're gonna have some fan noise because he's got the fans blowing his out. Doesn't look like much in here, guys. I actually did come earlier this week, get this thing cleaned back up. But yes, it got flooded. I don't know if you can see the line along the wall there, but the moisture ram was parked in here and I had to get it out. Like I said, I'll plug that video.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
the water came up to the exhaust before I got it out. So the water was up to the bottom of the exhaust, which if you look on these trucks, the bottom of the exhaust is at this mark on the door. So the water was up to here. Luckily it wasn't inside the truck because you still have a few inches before it actually gets into the interior, but we were not far away from getting water in the interior of this truck. So anyway, I did get the truck out safely and was able to save it. All this stuff got underwater. You know, the first foot and a half, got up to almost 2 foot in here. Let me get some tools prepped up. Thinking about bringing the truck in the shade, or I may take it over there actually. And we'll start tearing into it, see what we find. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the third brake light there. And this is what I wanna be sealing it up with. Super clear silicone gasket maker, type number 7 by VersaChem. This stuff works real good for exactly what I'm doing. It bonds well enough to keep the water out, but it's also easy to peel off and separate for if I ever do need to get back in there to replace a bulb or possibly change the lens out altogether, I can get back in there. Shout out to High Performance Rims, by the way. I got a replacement sticker in the mail the other day, so I appreciate y'all sending one out to me. And I'm gonna be getting it put on real soon. This one's peeling up a little bit. South Texas heat, man, this stuff's not a joke. Speaking about South Texas heat, I need a fan, like in the worst way, for the shop. So we're not inside the shop, we're over here in this big covered shaded area where the breeze blows through. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this off real quick. And I wanna get in here and I wanna see if maybe I'm lucky enough that I can get over to this from the third brake light. A lot of y'all probably already know the answer to that, but I do not. So I'm gonna start here, try to save myself some time. It looks like I don't have the third brake light leak issue that most people have. I will most likely have that issue now that I've taken it apart, but I plan to silicone this anyway to be preventative about it. So, and this is the OE third brake light. I haven't replaced it. So yeah, that's not bad. The truck is what, a 2017, we're in 2021. And yeah, it did good on its own. So I'm one of the lucky few that don't get the headliner leak from the third brake light. Now, I cannot get over to the XM radio, so I am gonna have to pull the headliner down and we'll proceed on from there. But I'm gonna leave this out for now. We'll go ahead and get inside the truck and start tearing stuff apart to get to that XM radio antenna chingamadera thingy majigger. Yeah, if y'all haven't already found out, I've also been filming TikTok videos. If you could go over to TikTok, give me a follow. I'd highly appreciate that. I've been putting some effort into them here lately. I started out just kind of throwing stuff up on TikTok, playing with the whole analytics and everything of TikTok, and I'm kind of getting the hang of it. I'm not saying I'm the best TikToker in the world. There's some seriously creative people out there, but yeah, go give me a follow on TikTok, guys. I'll follow back, I promise. And I'll definitely watch your content. For some of your friends that want me to see your stuff, that'd be a good way to get my attention, because I don't have a massive TikTok following right now, so I'm able to give more attention to people on TikTok versus YouTube. I do get back to the comments, but it is very hard to follow everybody on YouTube that follows me. I'm not saying I'm not doing it, just saying it's really hard to get to. So we're gonna fold this down, we're gonna fold this down, and don't pay no attention to my back firewall here. Race car stuff, you know, guys. But let's see about getting into this headliner. So I have never done this, but I assumed this is how it's done, and I'm partially right. Yeah, I missed out, man. All my tools, that whole little box there is a sweet little Craftsman box. Shout out to Craftsman Tools. But it got submerged in salt water in the flood, and I had to spend some time getting all my stuff cleaned up. She's not gonna come apart the easy way, I guess. I don't even know how my hands just got so dirty. Look at that. Look at that. It's ridiculous. I'm really scared to knock this back window out. Maybe I should pull towards me. That way I punch myself in the face or punch y'all in the face instead of punching my back window out. All right. Jesus, baby girl, let go of it. All right, so we got that. So we got the back seat belts off. I'm gonna pop these plastic covers off. That'll give us a little bit of access to the headliners. I'm willing to bet there's some screws holding those clothing hooks in. So I'm gonna set that down. I'm gonna get something to wash my hands off. This is my wipe down kind of sweat rag chingamagasso. Up, I went ahead and grabbed a pair of gloves. We're gonna pop these plastic covers off here. I don't think these pertain to anything. We're about to find out though. Yeah, they don't. Oh, they might. I'm gonna pop those off and see where we get from there. Holy crap, son boy. Okay, I see what's up. Yeah, it's got a screw in it that I have to pop off. Pick these little tabs out here. This truck needs a good cleaning. Looks like you need to pick them out from the top. Yep. Okay, we got a Phillips inside there. So what I can do is put a Phillips on my little impact. Boom. Don't drop that screw because it will fall all the way to the bottom. You have to pull the damn seat out to get to that screw, which I'm probably not going to do. Jesus, son. I have pry tools and stuff, but I didn't think these clips would be that crazy hard. Just trying to break my panel. Pry bar. Thank you. Come again. These guys. Of course, you'll need a pick for these. Yeah, those are going to be Torx. Why would they make them Phillips as well? I'm telling you right now. T20. All day, papa. Alright, we're just going to set that there with that. Come around to the other side. I hope y'all are still watching this. If you're still watching this, hit the like button real quick. Smack me in the mouth for not being able to talk straight today. I don't know what my deal is. Yeah, oh, the headliner's falling basically on its own. I'm cool with that. We're gonna pull this window seal off, this door seal. It's like that. And I'm just gonna lay this guy over because I don't need to pull it completely off. Just need to pull this down some so I can see what's going on with this water leak. Oh yeah, I see it. I see the bolt. Y'all probably can't see it, but I see it. Alright, so this is what we got going on here is I went ahead and I just kind of pulled this down far enough to where I can get my hand up in there. And I don't know if you guys can see inside there. There's a 10mm bolt and you can see where I was on it already. And I'm using a ratcheting wrench and just slowly loosening that bolt. So I do have it loose now. And I can tell that it was leaking. I'm gonna take it all the way out, of course, because I think the metal is also bent upward somehow. I think somehow, some way, somewhere, maybe a drive-through car wash, somebody hooked this with something. It was not me, because if I would have done it, I would have known and probably would have solved the issue before it started leaking. But here we are today. In doing that, I kind of put a light crease in this headliner, but it's not bad. I have very big hands and arms also, so some of you guys probably have smaller hands and arms. You might be able to get in there without creasing it, but that crease will most likely come out with a little bit of heat because he's gonna have to steam the stains out of this anyway. It'll most likely come out. If not, I'm not worried about it. If you don't want to go this route and you're worried about this little baby crease here, then you're gonna have to take your visors off, your center light off, these posts for your pillars, all your pillar pieces off, all the tan you're seeing, on all 6 corners if you're a quad cab or a crew cab, and just the front and back, of course, if you're just a single cab. It's probably a lot simpler. But yeah, this is a quad, so yeah, that's how I'm going about it. I'm gonna pull this down, I'm gonna get in there, and I'm gonna get this thing loosened up and take it off real quick, and I'll show you all a little bit of my process. So make sure that I'm loosening, so that's tightening, that's loosening. I'm gonna go like this. You gotta watch out for that airbag, and I literally can't see what I'm doing. I'm using feel. You can see the antenna moving up there, so I am on it. We are 110% loose now. I'm just pulling the stuff out, and that's what you got. That's what holds your XM. It had some Loctite on it, that's why it was such a pain. I'll pull this rag out, let this kind of get back in its home, give her a little shimmy shimmy wiggle wiggle. Uh-oh, and she's out. We dropped the plastic retainer, which is no big deal. The headliner caught it, there it is. This looks like a ground isolator. So this is what we have on the bottom side, and this little basket just kind of fits into there like that and goes up on the antenna. And then here's our antenna on the top side that was leaking. You can see how this got pulled up somehow. I don't know how that happened, but what I'm gonna take is like a little mallet and smack this down to where it sits nice and flush, because you can see right now how it's trying to sit up. We don't want that. All right guys, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna put some tape up on this thing. I don't have my rubber mallet on me. I have a ball peen hammer, so that'll work. What I don't want to do is chip the paint, because in South Texas that'll cause it to rust. So what I'm going to do is put some pieces of tape over the paint so I can smack the tape, not the paint. And I'm going to use the tape as a barrier, then I'm going to smack it with a hammer, the ball peen back into shape, and we'll be good to go. Do that, and then we'll silicone her up. When we're done, it should be good as new. All right, here we go. This is you know, it's a little cringy here, guys. Here we go. All right, let's check this out. Let's see how that sits in there. Poke the wires back in. Looks like it needs a little bit more love. That's pretty good though. It's getting there. So let's give it a little bit more love, just a little bit, not a lot, just tappy tap, you know, just tappy tap. Here we go. Tappy tap 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 tap. Ooh yeah, that's looking good. Let's go over here. All right, let's try that. Oh, money, honey. All right, so now we can peel our tape off, put some silicone on this guy, call her done. Start putting it back together. So you can see how it's kind of cratered down, which is fine. This is gonna cover all that up. So we're good. You can see also where it kind of divoted from where whatever hit this, smashed it down and dented it there. That's gonna be great. All right, let's get some silicone on this bad boy, get it put back together. So when opening silicone, you want to be very careful so you don't sling everything everywhere. You're gonna grab this, you're gonna get this tab open like so. Shit. See, it's hard to get it right. Dang it. Oh well, that worked out. All right, so you want to run a nice gracious speed around the seal. Actually, I could see something hit it here. Huh. I wonder what happened. Anyway, here we go. I'll put a nice gracious speed. This stuff right here, like I said, will peel back off in most cases. So if I do need to service this, I can still service it. And I'm shaking because I'm balancing on the door right now. I would prefer you guys use like a ladder or something. Gracious, I said, gracious. Don't be scared of it. gracious. All right, I'm gonna set it on there gently where it goes. Just like that. Oh, hang on, I'm a little off. There we go. All right, I set it lightly, and the reason for it is because when I tighten it down with that bolt, that's gonna hold it in place. Let me prep this and put it away for now so it doesn't dry on me, and then we'll get back to putting it back together. All right, so there in the off-camera time, I went ahead and took a wire brush to the Loctite that was on this bolt, and I went ahead and put some Never Sees on it. You gotta watch out with this stuff. This whole truck will be copper colored when I'm done. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna place this back together, get this threaded in. I'm gonna do it off camera because you already know the process. You already know it's a pain. You couldn't probably see anything I was already doing. So yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna go ahead and get this put back together up in there, and then we'll carry on with reassembling the truck, and that'll be it. All right guys, so we finally got it all taken care of. The XM satellite radio antenna is back on. I got some sweat I need to get off of here, but other than that, it's all good and done. I gotta patch it back up, but what I want to tell you guys is whenever you're tightening this down, do not tighten the hell out of that bolt that goes up in there that you saw earlier. If you tighten that bolt too much, what ends up happening is it actually takes that metal and bows it upward, and then you're right back in the same predicament you were in if you had an issue like mine. Mine got pulled upward somehow, and actually I was looking at it and I seen some damage right there where it got hit, but I have no clue how that happened or who did that. But anyway, it got done and it's fixed now. But yes, do not over tighten that bolt. That's probably why they had Loctite on that bolt, is to keep it from just vibrating out, because if you tighten it too much, it's a horrible design. Why would you do that? Why not just bolt straight through the body, 4 points, 3 points? I don't get it. So anyway, yeah, I did silicone it extra well, and what I ended up doing actually on the top side is I put a little bit more silicone before I stuck it down, and I think she's good to go. So I'm gonna get this interior put back together like I said, and we'll be done. That'll conclude today's video. All right, here we go. Headliner's back in, antenna sealed up, got everything fastened back up. Dr. Suds is going to take care of the staining, and the crease is very light creases, so that's going to go away for sure. I'm going to go around to the other side. You can see staining more than you can see the crease, so Dr. Suds should be able to get all that out. I'll probably update that once he's done. Let's go ahead and move on to this third brake light real quick. It's not going to take us very long to knock that out. So for the third brake light, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna run a small bead of silicone around the edges on this. First, I'm gonna wipe it off with a rag, see all the sand and stuff. Take all that off. Shout out again to High Performance Rams. Here we go. I'm gonna run a bead of silicone on this guy. We don't have to get too crazy with this one. The side that sticks to the actual light itself is adhesive. This side is not, so what we're gonna do is actually make this sticky. And all it takes is a little small thin bead of silicone, so we're not going to get crazy like we did with the radio or with the XM radio antenna. Here we go. Ooh. Bottom side's not going to matter quite as much as the top. Just like that, fellas. Now we'll plug our light back in, hopefully without messing up our new silicone job. Just like that. I'm going to be very careful with sticking it back in, and once you set it, that's it. That's where it's going to be. So get it lined up first go around, unlike me, and don't miss. There it is. Now take our screws. Make sure, oh yeah, we're home, baby. Home stretch. Here we go. It is a solid 100 degrees outside right now. It's probably 90 right here where I'm at. That's sweating like crazy. I can't wait to be done filming. Be back inside the truck cruising. And these screws, you don't want to tighten them crazy. You're going to end up breaking your light. You just want to snug them up nice and snug. That's good. This is actually looser than what these are. You tighten these pretty snug compared to that guy. I'm going to tell you right now, do not over tighten that guy. Alright, so that's it. So we have effectively sealed our third brake light and sealed our XM radio. I still need to wipe the top of the cab off, some of my sweat off of there. But that's it. If you want to see more videos like this of me fixing little quirks and little, you know, like the Easter egg issues these trucks have, like the third brake light leaking, the door squeaking, these window seals that I showed in a previous video. Let me go around to the other side. This one's very apparent over here. But if you want to see more videos of me fixing stuff like this, like this is like a wax. The haze, that's wax, but this right here happens on a lot of the rims. So anyway, if you want to see more videos of me doing that, just leave me a comment down below. I'm more than happy to continue on with this stuff. I know this probably isn't the best solution for this, so if there are better solutions, easier solutions, please let me know in the comments as well. But that's it. Make sure to go check out the new merch store we just put up. You know, y'all have been asking for it, so we finally did it. And of course, this shirt's destroyed. I am soaking wet. But yeah, Rep 361 Texas at the merch store. So hopefully we can get into the bi-monthly upload thing like I was talking about. That's all I got. We'll catch you next time. Rep 361 Texas. We're out. Whoa. We'll catch you next time. We'll catch you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video today anyway. Nevertheless, if you want to see me do more mods like this or do more maintenance and repairs like this to these trucks, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to turn notifications on. We got some good videos coming out. We're uploading bi-weekly now, and we got the merch store. So make sure to get your merch. Make sure to get your merch. And we'll catch you next time, guys. Rep 361 Texas. We're out.